Well, hello there, my Libras. What is up? It's your girl Rue again from Spirit Reads on Instagram. Now, if you don't already know, I am an intuitive, empathic tarot reader as well as oracle card reader. I also channel messages from my spirit guides to help me help you guys out as well as help myself out. Now, Libra, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to be looking up all the energies that I'm feeling for October 2019 in my spreads that I do. First, I'm going to do a general reading spread, and then after that, I'm going to pull some cards for health being mental health or physical health, and then I'm going to pull some cards for relationship advice. Relationships meaning the relationship with yourself, your relationship with others, whether it be romantic or platonic. Now, this video is for you if you have Libra in your sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign, as well as if you have somebody in your life that's a Libra. And to all my Libras out there, happy birthday! So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get quiet for a little bit, see what energies are coming up, and I'm going to pull these cards, okay? So let's see what's going on. All right, let's see what we got here. So we have the Six of Wands, the Hangman, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Empress. That's pretty dope. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, theme card being the moon. That's interesting because we have a new moon in Libra starting up, Libra season. But main thing I see right here is the message I'm getting directly from Spirit right now is it's time to make some swift changes and start anew. I feel like maybe a few of you guys in September had some situations where some people may have hurt your feelings. You may be feeling a little bit off from some people that you love, family or friends, or maybe even somebody that you're in a relationship with that may have hurt your feelings. You may have gotten into a disagreement with them about something that, made you feel a little off, made you feel a little sad, because you might be like, well, dang, I thought this person was in my corner, or dang, I thought we had a better understanding than this. And, they are your family, they are your friends, they are your, your partner, but you kind of maybe thought that they knew you a little bit better than they kind of put on in September. And that may be bringing you into October feeling maybe a little bit down and a little bit sad. But the thing that you need to do about that is you need to make some swift changes in that and try to find some middle ground, try to find some common ground, trying to find some new perspectives with that person. Now, I don't say this in, I say this because Spirit wants me to say it, because sometimes I'm like, look, cut people off. But Spirit don't want me to say that. Spirit wants me to tell you that this is a time, like I said, to find middle ground. If you have somebody in your life that you care about, you love, you don't want to leave in your life, and you may have had a little disagreement, or you really don't agree on certain things, it's time to be the bigger person and to come and sit down with that person and say, hey, let's talk about it. Stop sweeping it under the rug, because that's making worse, emotions and feelings and underlying resentment and things. It's time to be straightforward and really work on that. You guys can agree to disagree, but just find some common ground to come to as well. And if you can't find common ground, then just like I said, agree to disagree and still love that person. I'm also getting from this for some of the women out there, or people, that are working with the divine feminine, or, or just have feminine qualities, to use that in order to, rectify situations. Use that nurturing that you have in you. Use that caring that you have in you. This is a time for you, Libras, in the month of October, to nurture these relationships and to rectify it. And maybe as well, maybe you haven't really been tapping into your nurturing side or your caring side or your womanly side. Not even, not all. I'm not saying that, because you can be a man or a woman that experiences feminine qualities or feminine energy. So this is for anybody, but I'm just saying that it's time for you to tap into that side. Maybe look up the divine feminine or feminine energy and look at that, and maybe try to tap into that a little bit better and use those qualities and traits to help this, the relationships and the situations that you're in October. Be the bigger person, nurture those people. You never know. Those people that you may have had that disagreement with or may have made you feel sad, they may be going through something in life, and they're just, lashing out because they're feeling so deep and dark inside that that's the only way they know how to rectify it. But October, Libra, is the time for you to help out in that. It's the time for you to be of service of people. You know what I mean? This isn't a time for you to say, okay, well, they did me dirty. Next, bye. No, and I'm famous for doing that, honey. Okay, so I'm reading myself. But what I'm saying is to use October to be nurturing to others. But don't forget about yourself either. The Spirit's like, girl, bye. Forget about the Spirit themselves, because I keep trying to bring it back to you. But Spirit is like, no, this is a time for you to be of service to the people that you love and you care about and your family. And to rectify situations where maybe you all have had like an argument or something. Just rectify the situation. So moral of the story is, be of service to people this month. Help them out. Use your feminine energy. Use the divine feminine. Look that up to rectify situation, and use your gifts as well. Be diplomatic about it. Don't just go for the jugular. Be diplomatic about it, and I feel like that will really, really lead to some positive, swift changes with those people in your life that you love. Okay? So let's see what we got on the health kick. On the health kick, though. For the Libras out there. This one is like, no ma'am, you gotta pull me. So we have divine wisdom. All right. Divine wisdom and flexibility reverse. Theme card being holistic health. So I would say right now, Libras, is for on the health wise, I'm seeing this more as a mental health. Like I was talking about before, I feel like this is a time for you to look up the divine feminine. Those qualities. It's time for you to work on that and put them in play when it comes to helping other people. Now, one thing I will say is, in this situation, you do need to protect yourself as well. You need to protect your mental health. You know what I mean? And your spiritual health as well as your physical health. Because helping people can be draining. You know what I mean? And it's going to take some flexibility to do these things, that you were called to do in October. But the thing that you need to understand is this is the energy for you. It will really, behoove you to help others out and rectify situations. But in the same breath, don't do it to a point where you are getting, sick, or you are exhausted and drained and you just feel like oh my gosh, beating a dead horse. Don't be no dead horses, you know what I mean? The people who are supposed to be in your life and are going to understand when you come to them, when you come to them with caring and nurturing feelings to rectify situations, they are going to have a swift change. They are going to change. It may take a few days, but they're going to have a change. Now, if you have people that are draining your mental health and your physical health and your emotional health and spiritual, you might just have to let them go. But let them go in love, honey. Let them go in love, because you do not want your mental health, and your physical health and all those different healths, whatever, I'm saying, to, diminish because you're trying to help other people out. Not saying to not help them out, but don't do it to the point where you are exhausted and drained. You have no more left. But again, it may take some flexibility. It may take you, researching, techniques on how to rectify situations and things of that nature. And I feel like with it being in reverse, it may be a little hard for you to get into that groove of, okay, I want to, this person back in my life, or I want to rectify the situation. I don't want any bad blood to be between us. But it may take a little maneuvering and some time to do that. It may not just happen just like that. You may need to talk it out. So if tensions, come to a high while you're having these situations, just breathe and be the bigger person and try again. Just try again. Just because you all are kind of, getting to that heated argument, like I said, agree to disagree, but just at the end of the day, let the result be love and say you love and care for that person. But the thing about it is, it can be tricky because on the flip side, do not allow that person to drain you mentally and physically, and don't be a martyr either. You know what I'm saying? Rectify the situations, but don't be a martyr, and don't let it mess with your mental health as well as your physical health and all those healths out there. Okay. So summary is, be flexible when you're trying to, rectify the situations and, stop the bad blood between these people, or, just bringing them back in your life. Be the bigger person. Use those nurturing and caring feelings, but also on the flip side, don't allow them to drain you, of your mental health doing this, because everybody has a breaking point. Okay. So let's see what we got going on with relationship advice. Okay. So for relationship advice, I see focus and then act, and that makes a lot of sense in Trust and Magic. And what I get from relationship advice that kind of ties into this, Libra, is to research. Like I said, research, get that divine wisdom, research techniques on how to rectify a situation, techniques on being diplomatic. Also look up those divine feminine traits and qualities. Look how to be nurturing and caring in a difficult situation. Don't just go into it like, hey, I'm sorry, and use your own abilities right now, to rectify the situation. Because for some of you guys, those strategies have not been working. So this is a time in all your relationships to focus, research on how to rectify these situations, and then act on it. Don't just go into it willy-nilly, okay? And trust in yourself too. Trust that you can do it. Trust that you can learn these new techniques and put them in play where the outcome will be way different than what it was before. So moral of the story, focus and then act. Like it says here, focus and then act, and make sure that you are getting a lot of information as to how to, work on the relationships that may have gone a little bit sour. So summary, Libra, a lot of it has all tied in together, is that maybe in September, you and somebody that you have been with, or that is in your family or your friends have maybe gotten into a little argument, a little tit for tat. You're kind of feeling sad about it, and you're like, I thought they knew me better than that, and you might miss them even. You don't want that relationship to go sour. So what you need to do is you need to be the bigger person and look up some techniques, look at some ways in how you can, be the bigger person and be diplomatic and, rectify that situation. How many times have I said rectify the situation? Good grief. I'm sorry. That's just the word I can think about right now. Good grief. But anyway, how you can rectify that situation. Also, use the divine feminine energy to help you in these situations. It is a time to be nurturing, and it is a time to be caring. That's how you are going to help the situations with, coming to common ground or agreeing to disagree with the people that are in your life. You can agree or disagree, but also remember to end it in love. And also in these situations, Leo, like we talked about, don't do it to the point where you're beating a dead horse, or you are feeling mentally and physically drained. It shouldn't get to that point. These people that you're coming to, and being the bigger person and talking to, it should be a good amount of immediate change. It may take a few days, but it should not take the whole month to try to rectify the situation with this person. If it gets to the point where you're feeling mentally and physically, emotionally and spiritually drained, you might just have to tell them, like I said, to exit stage left, because that one is not really worth it. When it comes to relationship advice, again, it kind of reiterated research. Look at some different techniques before you come to this person and come to them, because maybe in the past you may have used some techniques that may not have worked, or maybe you guys had the same techniques or different ones and it didn't work. Just look up a diplomatic way to approach these situations, because these situations can be delicate. It's not a time to just go into it. It's a time to kind of research and see how you can make this person feel good, and how you all can come to middle ground, and also how you can make yourself feel good as well. So anyway, Libra, hope that all makes sense. That is your reading for October 2019. Leave some comments down below on what resonated with you. Also, if you would like to delve deeper into this for a one-on-one reading, you can hit me up on my Instagram. It's Spirit Reads. That's SPIRITREADZ. And we can get into some things, honey. We can get into some things, okay? So anyway, you guys, thank you for listening. I'm sending positive energy and love and light to you all. And I will talk to you later. Bye.